Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to make our own skybox inside of Unity using the simple features which we can get, or the ones which we can put our hands on. So if you are new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. I make videos mostly about indie game development, so make sure you hit that red button down below so you don't miss any of my content. So yeah, guess that's it. Just find a couple of textures and then Unity game engine, and we're going to create our own skybox. So let's get into that. To begin making this skybox, now I've brought in five textures, texture images. As you can see, there are there hasn't been any editing to each and every one of them. They are just there by default because that is what we want to use, the normal picture layout. So that's what we're going to be using. Right now what we do is we go to our main camera before we go far, and then we add a component. It doesn't really have to be our main camera, it can be any other game object, but I prefer this because it's what we use to view the scene. So add a skybox to it. If I've already typed in sky, so if you haven't done that, type skybox and then add a skybox to it. Now go into the project panel, right click on it, go into create and select a material. Then change this to sky or rename it to sky, and then make sure it's selected. Go onto the shader and then left click on it, look for skybox. So this is it, and then we want to be using this six-sided, and you can see that there is an opening for six different texture images. Now I only have five and I can explain myself right now, but before I do that, let me just say something. For those who are familiar with UV unwrapping, that's mostly for 3D modeling. It's about putting a game object, right, or the object which you are modeling inside uh inside a six-sided, should I say, paper. So it's almost like a tube that is being flattened out so that a game object can be put onto it and then it will be wrapped around. So that's similar to this skybox. It has an opening for six different sides which you can put your texture images. Now it's best if you have a camera and then you go outside and then you take a photo shoot of or a shot of this sky. As if you have a clear sky, you can go ahead and do this. That is advisable. Mostly use a camera with maybe a tripod to get a steady angle, because if you use your hand for this, it might not come out the way you expect. You don't want your skybox looking like this. Or you can video it and then or take a screenshot of each and every one of them, each and every one of these sites, so that you don't have an error at the end of the day. I wouldn't advise you to use any 2D image editing software, because really it's really difficult to get these. Unless you're really good with that, then you can go ahead and try it, but use a normal image for now. It's not that big of a deal, and then you can go ahead and edit it and give it a little bit of ash look down below. Now for our sky, I've already labeled these images to where they are supposed to go. So right now, this front plus Z, we're going to drag in this front to it. Okay, and then the back, we're going to drag in this back. The X, let's drag in X. The right, the same thing. And then up, I will drag in this up, and for down I will also drag in this up, because there is nothing I want to be seen down, or it's not going to show most of the time. So this should do. And then inside my main camera, I'm going to drag in this sky material. Make sure it's the material that is selected. Then go into where you put your component skybox and then drag this your sky material onto it, and you can see that it's smooth, hardly any errors. So clicking on this now, we can go ahead and rotate this and take a look around. You can see that it's smooth without any errors. And then if you want this to remain this way, then there will be no problem. But if you want to give it a little bit brighter look, then you can play with the exposure. So let's use something like 1.5, and you can see it's something somewhat a sunny day right now. So this is more shiny, I guess. So this is just the simple way which you can make a skybox inside of Unity. I would get these textures available in my description below, so if you want to download that, you can go ahead and do that. Try to create your own texture as much as you can, or you can even shop for it in the asset store. I know there are a few assets which are free, so you can get that out of there. And that should be the end for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and then don't forget to share my video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I see you in my next video.